Praise the Lord, everybody. Good morning, 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 and good morning. Welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Grateful and thankful for this day, this time, and this opportunity to be able to come to you today leads you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. That's why we shout good morning, because mourning, my brothers and sisters, it is a good thing. It is a great thing. It is the thing that you need to do as you navigate through the grief that you are going through. So thank you for joining us on today. I want to send a special shout out, and I don't know if they tuned in, but I ran into somebody on TikTok yesterday. Amber, that's her name, Amber. I want to send a shout out to Amber. I don't know if she's tuning in. I told her to join us. And we know grief. Grief is a natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition. And while she has not, I believe, hasn't lost a loved one, dropped her child off at college, and was just going through some stuff, feeling some type of way. And I just jumped in the comments and I said, "Oh, sis, that's grief, right?" And I started to grief, natural, normal, necessary response, loss, change, trend, all that wonderful stuff, and just had a wonderful exchange. And I invited her to come to the grief devotion. So I don't know if she's here or not. Maybe she'll catch the replay, but it's open to just everybody that goes through grief. And I know the primary thing that we focus on is death, but we understand that grief is any loss, change, and transition. So even today for this devotional, I'm going to weave in some other themes to help us navigate through it all. Y'all know what we've been on all week. Every single week we do a new series. This week we're doing Both Can Be True, Holding Joy and Sorrow at the same time, because you can miss them deeply and you can still be thankful. We have been exploring themes and different subjects, different things, understanding that both can be true. When you navigate through this grief journey, it's not either or, it's both and. Both things can be true. And so today it's a good one. It's a great one that I'm looking forward to. Today is day 233. This message is for you and for me. We're going to talk about I can remember yesterday and embrace today. Both things can be true. It's not either or. It's both and. I can remember yesterday and I can embrace today. This is the whole premise, notion. This is what the grief journey is. It is weaving in both embracing yesterday and remembering today, right? Remembering yesterday and embracing today. So let's talk about it, y'all. The Bible says, I remember the days of long ago. I meditate on all your works and consider what your hands have done. Psalm 143 and 5. Grief often leaves us caught between two places. It leaves us caught between yesterday and today. It leaves us caught between two places. We're in the places of yesterday and we are in today. We are caught in the middle, right? Between what was and what is, between yesterday and today, between their presence and now their absence. Yesterday holds the memories. Yesterday holds the conversations, the laughter, the traditions, the life you shared with the person you love. We get that from even the standpoint of somebody transitioning. It holds the memories, the laughter, the minutes, the moments, right? Yesterday holds all of those wonderful things, right? And not even, watch this for the sake of our new friend Amber, if she tuned in. Even if your child goes off to college, right? Yesterday holds the memories, the minutes, the moments, the laughter. It holds the space of watching your child go from a baby to a toddler to a child, right? To a, is it a preteen and then a teenager? All of these stages, all of these memories, all of these moments, all of these minutes, yesterday holds all of that. And while we know they're growing up, a lot of times it's hard to, when they begin to transition, right, to another phase of life, a lot of times, man, it's difficult navigating through that transition. And not just for the child, but for the sake of yourself. I think I said in my comments something about even motherhood, right? You start to think about motherhood. You're entering into a new season. You're entering to, because they're transitioning from dependence to independence, right? And so a routine that you had established for 17, 18 years, right? Feeding and being a chef and being an Uber and taking care of them, all of that is beginning to shift, right? And when you go through that shift, when you go through that change, when you go through that transition, right, you experience grief. The feelings that you feel is natural, it's normal, it's necessary, because yesterday holds the memories, right? The traditions, the laughter, all of that stuff, the conversations, the life you shared with the person you love, right? And because yesterday was so meaningful, sometimes embracing today can feel like you're leaving something or someone behind. Yesterday was so meaningful that now that this transition has taken place, I feel like I'm leaving them behind. I told you when Pops died in 2011, he died in December, right? December 3rd. We're heading into a new year, 2012. I felt like yesterday was so meaningful. For 57 years, he was here. I had him for 33. Felt like I was leaving him behind. Yesterday was so meaningful. It seems like we're leaving something behind. The version of them, if they're still here and they're entering into a new season of life, the version of them that existed, right? How you saw them, how you remember them. There's a thing going around on TikTok even now, and it plays this Mariah Carey song, and you do a transition with your child of them now, and then you put an old picture of them when they were little, right? And it's so cute and it's so beautiful. I just reposted mine not too long ago. But in our hearts, we always see them like that. No matter how much they grow up, no matter what they go on to achieve in the we always see that little girl. We always see that little boy. That's my little man. We always see them like that. We always see them like that. And as they grow up and change and transition and go, it's hard to see them in any other way, right? Than those early years in the midst of their life. Because yesterday was so meaningful. Sometimes embracing today can feel like you're leaving something or someone behind, but you don't have to choose. Here it is. Both can be true. This is the beauty of it, y'all. You can treasure yesterday and participate in today, right? It's a new season. It's a new day. You understand that I can treasure yesterday, and I can hold on to those memories, and I can bring out the book, and I can laugh, and I can look, and we can do all of that stuff, and I can still participate in today. This is why grieving and mourning is so important, not just feeling, but revealing. This is why navigating through that is so important, because this is a new chapter. It's a new season, right? And I can hold on. I can treasure the last chapter while still participating in the new chapter, the new normals, the new habits, the new rituals, the new opportunities, the new routines, the new things that now come along in this new season of my life. I can, in fact, treasure yesterday and participate in today. I can honor old traditions and I can create new traditions, right? With your loved ones that have gone on, y'all had some old traditions. You can honor them old traditions. Whatever that tradition was, for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or for birthday, every Friday y'all did X, Y, and Z, right? Whatever it is, whatever it was, you can honor old traditions and you can create new traditions. For our new sister Amber, hey, the old traditions or whatever you did, now that he's no longer there and he's at school, it's like I can honor the old ones. We used to get ice cream every Friday, if that's what it was. I don't know. But now I can create new ones. It's not either or, it's both and. I can honor the old, I can create new ones. You can look at the pictures. Guess what? You can still make new memories. You can look at the old pictures. You can look at the pictures and everywhere you go now, you can take your selfie. You can take your, that's the camera flash. You can create new ones as you get on this new journey, as you enter into this new season, right? Of self-discovery. And remember, teach y'all, this is the season of self-discovery. Whenever you go through grief, whenever you go through loss, change, and transition, one of the things is discovering who you are in this season. Who are you? Watch this, even apart from them. Because with them, you was playing this role. You was a mother, you was a father, you was a husband, you was a wife, right? A lot of your time and your energy, you was a caregiver. Now that they're no longer here, you're entering into a season of self-discovery. Who am I, right? Now that I don't have to play this role, or now that this role has shifted and it doesn't require as much of my time, my energy, who am I? It's a season of self-discovery, right? So it's so very important that you know that we can hold on to the old ones, the old pictures, but also everywhere I go now, I'm going to take a selfie. I'm going to take a new picture as I enter into this season of self-discovery. And I always tell y'all, always take a picture. Always, 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 always take a picture, because that minute, that moment is captured. Capture that minute and that moment, because it's going to be a memory. And every day you go back and you look at it, it's going to bring up instantly everything that was taking place that day, right? So always take a picture. You can tell their stories, and keep writing yours. You can do both. I can tell the stories of old, understanding that I'm still writing mine. God is still writing mine. I tell you all the time, y'all still got more chapters in the book of your life. There are still more miles in the journey of your life. You can tell their story and you can continue to write yours. It's not either or, it's both and. Remembering the past doesn't mean you have to live there. And embracing today doesn't mean you've forgotten where you been. I'm going to remember the past. I don't have to live there. And if I embrace today, it doesn't mean that I forgot yesterday and where I've been. The psalmist said, I remember the days of long ago. And remembering can be sacred. It's something beautiful about remembering. I told you it was what was that? Was it Father's Day? I think it was Father's Day. We pulled out the photo album. I got boxes and boxes of photos that I got to put in albums and all of these things. And I got it sitting in the living room. We pulled out the boxes and just started passing them around. Y'all, oh my God. When I tell you, we sat there and we laughed and we cackled and we kikied and we had fun, and it just brought up so many memories and so many different things. It was so beautiful, right? It was glorious, because remembering can be sacred. That it reminds us of God's faithfulness. It reminds us of the people who shaped us. It reminds us that the love we experienced, it was real. Remembering can be sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's painful. Yep, sometimes you might cry, you might shed a tear, you may long for them, you may long for that moment. Remembering can be sacred because it reminds us, right? But God has also given us today. Come on, God says it ain't over. It's not over. The party's not over. Y'all remember that from Groove Me and Guy? It ain't over. You can remember, but you got to know and understand. Guess what? It ain't over. There are still people to love, still conversations to have, still places to go, memories to make, purpose to fulfill, moments worth being present for. It ain't over. I tell you all the time, still more miles in the journey of your life, still more chapters in the book of your life. It ain't over. And we gonna miss our loved ones. We know we are. God says, I know, and I got you, and I'm gonna love you. I'm close to the brokenhearted. I'm gonna help you to navigate the journey, but I need you to know and understand. It ain't over. I still got more in store for you, right? There's still more. There is still more. Your loved one's chapter in your life doesn't have to disappear for you to keep writing new chapters. It doesn't have to disappear. My father had 57 chapters. Beautiful. Absolutely loved every single. Well, I loved every single. I was there for 33 of them. It doesn't have to disappear. My sister had 24 chapters. It doesn't have to disappear. My brother Marlon Saint was at 40, 41. It was one of the two. I think it was 40. 17 minus 6, whatever. I don't do the math. 40-something chapters. Beautiful. Absolutely, positively loved them, right? The chapters of my best friend. Your loved one's chapters in your life doesn't have to disappear for you to keep writing new ones, right? Amber, them 17, 18 chapters, they ain't got to disappear for you to start writing new ones. They do not. Their fingerprints can remain on your story while God continues turning the pages. Those fingerprints remain while God continues to turn those pages. So honor yesterday. We're going to honor it. Say their name, tell their stories, treasure the memories, but don't become so focused on what was that you miss what God is still doing now. Ooh, y'all, don't become so focused on what was that you miss out on what God is doing right now. You can carry yesterday in your heart while holding today in your hands. Both can be true. You can carry yesterday in your heart. It's right here. While I'm still carrying today in my hands. Both can be true. Here's your point of application today, y'all. Honor one meaningful memory from your past today. Then intentionally do one thing that helps you be present in your life now. Remind yourself, I can treasure what was and still receive what is. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 233. I told you this lesson was for you and for me. I can remember yesterday and embrace today. Holla at your boy. Any questions, comments? Natasha says, FYI, I'm here. YouTube is still being a hater. Well, it's posting your comments today. I know it was hating on you before, but you in this thing. You in this thing. Great work. God bless you, Miss Natasha. You on both platforms. Had to come over here because YouTube is tripping. We got you. It wasn't tripping. We got you today. It's got you on both. Hope and pray y'all have a phenomenal Friday. Hope this lesson was a blessing to each and every one of you. We are here every single day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope this lesson was a blessing. Hope to see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place for another Good Morning Grief Devotion. Good morning.